Where have you been? What have you been watching? We are about to jump into this Hypoc. I want to talk to you about that veto in a moment's time, but for now, we said Sunu's going to be the first person getting contact on this, and Tommy Taria is down and out.
That's going to get spotted out by the outer. He actually stays here. We'll find the first on Keyless.
What are you got? Hello?
Ethan.
They could have easily ran away from that.
Yeah. Even while being a little worse
Somehow he got a kill though.
Now lean over as well from Market. It is a 4v3, so let's see what Bone Cold, Zeke, Starzo do with this one. Might have to hit the brakes for a second, try and pause for thought, maybe punish an over-rotation. But look, we're talking about 100 Thieves here. They don't really do that. They're very, very well-situated, experienced players. I can't stress that enough. And now we see what Acend can build back from this.
Still in position, nothing at all in terms of contact over there, and all three accounted for pretty much. So 100 Thieves happy to still commit all three players here on B. Actually, Zeke will get the better of Asuna. Just two more to deal with here. Bone Cold still wary. Possibility that Steel's gone.
You really think they're getting flagged?
I think now they're feeling a little more comfortable. There's just two remaining here on B site.
That's the thing. We're down to 35 seconds, and that's still a fair amount of time. That pick on towards kind of that CT side is actually huge. The paranoia has to be now respected. You can see 100 Thieves just kind of sitting deeper in the site. They're going to force the hand of it. Now know there's at least two players close by. Lovely combination. The swing from Hiko pulls the attention. The backlines from Nitro, who still needs to do a bit more, though, because Zeke is still doing very well
yes.
here.
Nicholas,
is going to be one trade out and now a 1v1. Steel, nerves of. And Starzo, the young gun on the other side.
Well,
Spike to be planted.
There's no way Steel loses this, though.
Still trying to close that gap. Starzo still sitting over by Tribox.
Nice little pistol, baby.
Steel is going to close this gap, but does he check on the side? Maybe he has to check towards the backside. He's going to have to make that sound if he wants to drop down. Steel waits. He's still trying to draw out this player. He's going to go through every single option. Audio cue now. Hard Starzo! There it is. That's a confidence boost in map one. That pause for thought, that first round coming out for them, that's a big one. Now let's talk map veto, Hypoc. Let's go back to that. Let's kind of talk bigger picture, because you noted a couple of things.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting to see, and I'd say little birdie Crimson, I caught him just after the Supermassive Blaze series, and talked about the confidence being knocked on Haven, right? So again, that's map 2, but ASCENT here, I gotta say it, the first time really I've not felt happy watching ASCENT, and you talk about landform and bringing that kind of confidence across the land. That's a huge factor in this matchup in particular. So it's interesting we've started here. Now, do we see any real adjustments from ASCENT on the full buy rounds at least? This time around, actually, it's another heavy lean towards B, and it's wide open right now because 100 Thieves going for a wander through. They've got all the way to top mid here, so they're going to get this information nice and early, but depends what ASCENT can achieve in the meantime.
Don't mind a gamble stack.
It's an eco. It's a pointless round to watch. I need to log into my Twitch on my other computer because I'm tired of getting fucking ads. I haven't logged into Twitch on my second computer, so I just watch ads like a freaking pleb.
On the flip side for ASCENT, can we keep this post plant clean? Because we're actually kind of locked in here. It's a little bit trickier to work your way out. And you can see 100 Thieves are set for this now. They're going to sit here and just try and keep them in. So ASCENT will have to be very aware of this potential. See Ethan waiting on the other side. Hiko has been caught off, but Nitro's done well. That's going to be one found. Now we wait for the other side. Now it's more that CT side battle. Acend is still on the deeper side of it. Bone Cold flashed up. They're in a little bit of trouble. This forced away. They're going to stick that fight. Good damage again. That's 2 now down. Killers playing a dangerous game, but he had Zeke by his side.
Yeah, going to come through, not going to find.
And they got 2 kills, and they ruined some armor.
Back of the turret again. Ethan just holding that flash.
Not bad.
As soon
got
as
some
the
money.
turret gets contact, come through, and again, damage done.
Yep.
See how much that matters in the grand scheme of things, but
one of us. One of us.
To force their way through with the SMGs carried, and actually potential to.
Honestly, not being subbed or whatever, I can see how annoying ads are when they're in the middle of play. Speaking of which, fuck, I should have rolled an ad. Damn it, you guys are gonna get an ad in the middle of this game. I forgot, man. Fuck.
Steel's utility set up fairly default from what we saw from the pistol round at least, but do have Nitro on hand as well.
Here.
A little bit slower actually, and 100 Thieves getting a little proactive. Yeah, out of B main.
I do want to highlight again, looking at the likes of Ethan and how he plays at Sky, I still think he's one of the best there is at this so far, be in a more passive supportive manner, or to just try and particularly be that fighter himself. However, at this point, we do see that territory now being garnered by ASCENT. They've taken over short. They're kind of filtering towards the site. You see how deep.
No.
He actually still just gets run straight over.
Yes.
Right there, but that's Ethan. That's Nitro getting onto the scene.
Dude, Nicholas is nasty. I'm telling you, Nicholas and Ethan are the best players on their team. Not Asuna.
If you're new to this game and we keep
Nicholas and Ethan.
Being alive important is to keep the funds.
God damn, are they clean?
Purchase those rifles going forward if needed.
And actually, it's a huge benefit that Ascend are able to draw out as much utility as they can just from that push through towards door. But the fact that there's a Trailblazer and Asuna pushes all the way out through B main, actually, those 3 to 4 seconds that they buy with that utility effectively, the rotation's already come through. They know that there's no other pressure elsewhere and they can commit to holding A. So the reason we see it stacked up there and 100 Thieves finding 3 kills in quick succession.
Take flight. Enemy mark.
Zeke actually one away from the Hunter's Fury already. Good progress early on. Seeing once again 100 Thieves looking to get very, very antsy outside A this time around, but nothing found on the back of that.
No, but they can prop up Asuna with that op. He can just sit here for a little time, allow them to explore middle again. Now you can see Ethan starting to lean back through confirmation that someone's at least working towards Cat, kind of maybe building up towards middle.
Little mid to B split.
Here, but they are still
Killjoy set up
deep towards that A side. They're giving up a lot of this room, but it's actually middle that CNET is leaning towards right now. Well, the players on wait to see if he does become activated in this series as well. Ball goes up. We steal on the side. He has 2 players by his side. Nitro playing towards the stairs. Very cognizant.
They're set up pretty well for this, but it's all about what kills happen, honestly.
Nitro feels that timing coming in. Just jiggle peek on it. Gives it away a little bit. Hiko now locked off slightly by that smoke towards CT, and again, this 3-2 split's going to be coming in right about now. They're starting to take that space as Steel waits, tucked down on the side. The spray's good for 1, needs a second, needs a follow-up, he's in danger! Nitro bails him out towards Zeke, but with CNED's success, the site is now into question. Nitro at the back of Boathouse, though, just holds his nerve, stays patient. CNED looks left, looks right,
Nick,
gets the frag towards
I just
Nitro,
talked about you, man. Don't be doing me like that.
But they do have the site, and they've got the spike and the res.
Actually, Bladestorm available for CNED as well if he wants to throw that in the mix. 100 Thieves closing the distance now, might even be able to prevent this plant from going down.
Nice.
Huge shot from Ethan, right on the wall.
No. Yes, Ethan, another spam.
Ethan, he doesn't need to see him to kill him. Goes down bone cold and ascending.
He spammed 2 of them, bro. Oh my god.
Man. He is an incredible player at this point. Just denying that spike plant, not once, twice coming in now.
Really, really well done by 100 Thieves. Get back there, and again, it looked like initially Ascend had got enough pressure to come through, but Steel's utility once again on lane, slaying up. Again, the first one here, the ping comes through, Starzo will fall. The first and the second's just as free.
It's just
must be nice.
Dreamy, isn't it? You're loving that one.
Let's go, baby. Nice run, Ethan. Good shit.
At least he can say it. I can't, but I agree.
Yeah.
Now that has taken the economy away from Ascend here. Seems to try and levy that. Bring the knives out. Has a little light armor to supplement too, so it's not all over yet. Bait the shot on the first. Gonna now
go CNED. Let's go CNED. Get in there, baby.
Gonna push it. Now the problem is there's someone right next to him in this. I just saw him a second ago, but it's Ethan.
Ethan's incredible. What a specimen. What a specimen he is. Oh my god.
See for CNED. We need this man to come through here. He's one of the best players we've seen, a natural talent, but he's been a little quiet. Over now, Killers and CNED. 2v4, and you can see the pressure. It's overwhelming, and that's a shutdown. 100 Thieves looking sharp here. 4 alive. Didn't get too rattled by CNED then.
Well, it didn't. And,
he ran through the smoke and sprayed down 3. Can I get a replay of that? We saw none of it, please.
On the spot.
Ran through smoke. Boom.
Here's it. Swings through.
Boom.
Just barely any response.
Nice. Very good.
I just love the fact that he pushed that smoke as CNED went through as well. Yeah. Be it just fortuitous timing, whatever it may be.
Move your cam down just a bit. You got it, boss.
That way because CNED's just taking that space.
Well, exactly. As soon as CNED goes inside that smoke, I think straight away they're like, right, wall up behind him. Don't worry, just secure sight. Let CNED do his thing. So, like I said, that split second decision from Ethan basically won them around. Stop that from even getting started. A little slower actually initially, but 100 Thieves still looking to push out, find this information nice and early, and adjust accordingly. You're seeing that right now.
Why didn't he take the angle? Asuna, hello?
3 players towards B. Actually, Hiko coming across towards Nitro here.
I don't like that. They used Dog and a Flash for Asuna to take the angle, and he just didn't. He took it for a second, and then he backed off.
Effectively nothing here so far. Spike not committed either way. Again, 100 Thieves not giving them anything. These little pushes in the early round, it's just to get Asuna tucked into a spot where, again, he finds the pick or the information's there early enough.
You still have to hard clear all these angles.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still, you know, you have to go through that process. Now, Acend has taken over enough of that A-lean that he can clear Wine and make sure he's still fine. There's going to be the KJ ult coming through. That's going to
Nick,
be
baby, Nick! Oh, he's always good for one.
Open up short now, so Steel knows
Love it.
He's on a bit of an island. Has to play his life, play a little bit of time here. Maybe give up the site for a second. He's going to now fall away.
Steel actually lucky not to get spammed there, honestly. Ethan will flash through. Zeke got to slip away. Spike only just getting planted now. Cena will find Asuna.
Oh, a huge pick.
Zeke's the next port of call, though, and he is low HP, down to 30 right now.
You know, on the side they have a decent crossfire to hold as well.
This is tricky. They lost their flashes with that pick, right? Or wait, no, Ethan's still alive. Oh, he didn't clear it. Oh, man. Ah.
Now it's Steel and
who did he pick? He picked Nitro?
Asuna? Working against them here. HP's not perfect. Yeah, he's not going to get that one towards Keyless. Perfect play on the angle, but Hiko's been clutch before. I think this one might be a little too far for him. Starzo, brilliant work. And Acend needed that after having a couple of rounds where they found no fruit for all that labor.
Indeed. And we see 100 Thieves adjust at all, because, again, these little pieces, like I said, noted they're great at buying time, but initially now Acend have lent a little deeper back.
Just showing off their skins, I guess. It's cool.
Willing to really challenge any of these angles at all. And now we'll have to see. I mean, again, outside of Seekers getting popped or Ethan and Acend are just going a little bit deeper, but the operator's the thing. Yes, you get to a spot. It's not as if you really want to go pushing all the way up mid or out on cat or anything like that. This around will be a mid peak actually for Acend. And Acend just going to stack up outside tiles. And this time around, again, there to greet any B main pressure, but it's not coming through this time.
No.
Okay, well.
Ethan,
nice. They got to trade back.
A good trade for Killers. Luckily, that
always sucks to get spammed through a smoke.
Okay, well, that's a free
could have
kill.
been two.
It really could have been. So, okay, that's been dealt with. Starzo's now started to clear as well towards that B main. Once maybe finding where Ethan was, kind of working out where that op is, they can start taking that space back. They still have to get past Nitro. He's been playing on those stairs. The double stack towards top mid for now. Still patiently waiting on the other side of the map. He's just biding time at this point. Nitro. Right there. Aware of the possibility. Acend's still around here, looking to punish that CTP. Couldn't get it. Has to fall away, and as I said, this is some very tricky work. Now, at this point, this is now going to pendulum swing towards Steel. He's been here the vast majority of this round, watching a wall. The man is...
This setup, though. He's
it's
in
nasty.
line. The turret spots, the nano swarms there with the gravity well. It's going to slow this right down.
Oh,
beautiful stuff, but it's a 1-for-1.
It is great trade. Again, Keyless' trades so far in this round have been essential for the survival. Eco, though, he just knows it too well. Going to fall away, play safely. Maybe expecting a lurk through middle, but no one's on it. And now with 10 seconds left, I'm seeing that ult looming for Hiko, so that plant now becomes a problem for Acend, and there it is. Hiko pops it.
Oh, so close.
Doesn't get the tag yet, and actually Cena gets away with it. Bit of a fortunate exchange. Zeke can spot out one towards short as well. So now they have a good idea where two players currently are at least going to be trying to play back from, but how do Acend get around that additional player?
This recon bolt could be huge for Zeke, actually. Senior with the operator, though, he has to find this first one.
And this is the chance for it. Now knows there's a fair few players coming from heaven. One goes up, one goes down.
That was a good updraft, though.
Instantaneously punished by Nitro. Oh, and Zeke's made a meal of it as well. 100 Thieves grinning on this one. That could have been way dicier, but it just wasn't.
Dicey, sad.
I mean, it's great, again, for Hiko to fall away back. The Hunter's Fury comes up. 10 seconds left on the clock. Not even looking for a tag, but just to try and deny this plant coming through. First in, look at the bit. Actually, it could have been 3. But Ethan with that line up there inside the smoke. But this setup in particular, again, when it gets towards that late round, this desperation, you know, all these close angles to clear out. The turret, the nano swarm, and the gravity well, it can slow that down before it even gets started. Again, buy time for the rotation to come through. Even though Steel goes 1-for-1, it's a massive win for 100 Thieves.
It is, and looking at how these rounds have kind of come down, I think most people looking at where the rifles have been on the full buys, where it's kind of swinging. 100 Thieves coming out.
Oh, hi, Dicey.
We
were just talking about you.
It's hard to not cheer for him. When he is on, he plays the most beautiful Valorant. But right now, he is finding it very hard to find space here.
Good.
Small opportunities missed, but they are not easy shots to hit. Now he will have to just suffer down on the frenzy within the moment.
Wait, I'm sorry?
Rifles on board
Did he buy it? What happened here? Why does he have a classic?
Looking at the purchase on both sides here. See, we'll get the Aldone tag, and Steel's going to eat the first shot from the Hunter's Fury as well. Starzo actually follows up on that. Nitro falls, and they sight under a lot of pressure.
All right, well,
Cena will get an upgrade in there.
They have ult for retake.
It was a frenzy and
they can't stop it.
Side of Cena to bone cold. Lockdown in response here because the Hunter's Fury's been burnt up.
Yeah, great response, and it will at least allow them to step back in if they can.
Hiko needs some lineup darts to land in that corner. That'd be sick. Double shock dart to land in that corner. Come on, Hiko. Are you even a Sova main or what?
He gets checked on Steel. Very diligent in this. Nice deep flash as well. That's going to keep them at bay. Second to follow. And there's the swing. Steel's up for the fight, but he loses it.
Dude, that's so bad. That was so bad.
And some 3 alive rifles now can
that was so bad.
Picked up.
From 100 Thieves.
Round for them.
Like it's like I think Steel ulted and the rest of the team wasn't ready. But what happens there is Killjoy ults. Killjoy ults, okay? Astra sucks the corner and double shock darts fly into the corner.
I think ultimately the plan there was for them to rely heavily on that lockdown.
And then you smoke a main and you win the round. I think Steel was too far ahead and the rest of the team was too far behind on the retake. That's my guess.
Look at it again. Cena going to get that operator back on board.
Killjoy lineups do.
Oh, this is sick. Seriously, so good. That was so good from Acend. He still needs more, though, but he can't convert. Now Ethan just piles on in. They try to make something happen, be proactive. Quelled quickly on the other side.
Nitro was dead. Oh no! Well, still, you still have you got the shock darts and the swap grenade. What are they called? Swap grenades, right? Yeah. Oh, wait, I think you probably use those too.
Be finding it hard to find value now with these even slight upgrades on Nitro.
Either way, it seemed like they're on 2 different pages. It's just the execute was just a little fucked.
Follow up actually from 100 Thieves again, but Hiko has got himself tucked into back sight. Nice, so now going to try and get something with the Marshal on the way in. Whether or not he's going to be able to find one here, actually, soon will be spotted, will be dealt with. Hiko has a recon bomb to deal with, and it will be a prime gaming floor. Actually, excuse me, no, the revive came, so thought it was 5 alive.
It looked flawless, though. I did like the intent from 100 Thieves. Again, trying something a little quirky, a little out there, a little aggressive. The flash was decent.
I mean, actually, the stun's perfect here.
It was good.
As soon as pretty unlucky not to find the second.
Beautiful spray control.
Unlucky, really.
That player bounding on through. And look, if we have a game where Starzo's hitting it.
Nice.
And you've got to be happy about it. Now, it looks like there's been enough rounds that 100 Thieves have gone, okay, let's take a second. So maybe just have a talk through this. We've now got a buy coming in. We want to get everything in the right place. Let's identify which side to work for them that wasn't before.
Yeah, and the difficulty comes.
Run ads during a timeout.
Yes, it's on that, throw the blade storm in a little set.
It's like a 30-second timeout, though.
Control of towers. I think actually it's on the back of Acend, playing very slowly, right?
It's not a tech timeout. It's a tech.
Have been trying on one side of the map.
Whoa, is that the coach is back there? I didn't even notice. Whoa,
the lack of information, right? The confirmation that they're not there. So this would be interesting whether or not that's a round that kind of forces 100 Thieves to adjust slightly and maybe just play a little deeper, or whether or not they continue.
And we're back.
Let's get Acend back on the operator once again.
I can run ads at the halftime.
That's on the same side as Ethan.
Honestly, you guys might get ads in the middle of this. We'll see.
Having a change.
I don't know what my ad timer is. Oh, actually, I'm logged into this other computer.
I mean,
check.
On that side of the map, Bone Cold's
I haven't been logged in, so.
In lobby with Killians. I think they're anticipating the same thing once again. The turret will go up here. Yep.
Oh God, you're about to get ads in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Oh, you guys are about to be so mad. There's nothing I can do. I can't. Actually, I could snooze. Hold on. Let me snooze it.
Gotta be careful.
All right, 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Players on the other side here. And
Sopa though. Sopa gets to halftime in 6 minutes.
Asuna now knows. Someone relatively close by. So again, contact made pretty much on both sides of the map. So they've got a decent early understanding.
I can snooze it again though, if I need to.
Both sides. They can now decide
I have 3 snoozes an hour, so snooze delays the ad by 5 minutes. So.
But Hiko's already preemptively rotated this side. Cosmic Divide will come through. Actually, it's going to create a little pocket here, just on site.
Swamp grenade out.
Swamp grenade.
Just in front of Dice, actually, for a plant potentially to come through.
There's a lot of bodies on this side now. 100 Thieves have read this
I love
quite
that
early.
behind it,
And there it is, as soon as you show your face, Steel's just playing in between it. He still gets away with at least one in this, but Hiko's got his back. Again, always in those back lines, making presence noted. The only one to really fight back so far is Starzo with a
What
double.
was that?
But he needs more.
What was
of
that Astro Wall?
Another one waiting in
I
heaven.
can't tell if that was good or if that was bad. It looked bad, but I don't know.
It's clean from Ethan. Very calm at the end. They got a little nervous, but well handled.
I'm not sure what the decision making is there to come ahead of the Cosmic Divide, because Hiko's effectively gifted 2 kills on the way in there. And like I said, it created a pocket for them potentially. I mean, we've seen a very, very
I don't like that Astro Wall
before from Ascend onto a site. I think actually both attempts come through to try and trade out that player on site, but it just seemed so bizarre to see that happen at the time it did.
I'm assuming the point of that Astro Wall is
to find the headshot.
Is to wait for it to expire,
Game, but 5-5.
and then it drops, and then you just start fighting.
A little bit of
I don't know.
Weird choice from Ascend there that cost them, or maybe just set up Hiko for an easier round that time. However, we go right back in. Again, Ascend. It must be so frustrating. You get so much potential mid-control. You get so much chance to maybe punish this. But instantly, it's considered. You can already see that rotation towards the top side. That's Hiko now checking right back on in. Nothing's for free here. It's now noting a fair few, considering that mid-piece. Ethan on the other side of Market. And Starzo trying to explore a little.
Oh my god.
Okay, well. One way ass now, we'll actually find Bone Cold as well. Seeker's invested here.
Yes, baby.
Another headshot as well.
Hiko's rolling back the years, man. This is something to watch. Maybe the reaction these days could be a little more human. I'm not too sure. We'll have to call up Anders and find out if it passes the test still. But at this point, it's great to see this man's performance really finding big form. CNED hasn't had a big game. And this is going to be a tough one to crack
30
here.
seconds left.
Still just going to play time. He's got plenty of utility to fall away to if he needs to. There it is. Now, where he comes
Adds in 3 minutes. I could snooze it, but I don't need to, I don't think.
Now there's further afield, just in the periphery. He's got so many problems, yeah, and on the other side, he's barely alive. Ethan's hunting him down. That's rifle gone. And just checking that crouch key works. What are your thoughts on that moment there?
Always got to make sure. You never wanted to... Okay.
Silence. Silence.
First tap was actually disgusting on the seat.
It's so good.
Again, last round. Senior with a Blade Storm, so we a judge there, but Spectre, only 2 rifles available. Starzo one off the res. See if Ascend can get anything done here. Looking like the first time actually is going to be a very quick piece.
Get out of my way.
Senior actually misses the jump up as well. It's not a pretty start. Steel will be called upon, and again, lots of utility in place to bail him out if necessary. And the Hunter Fury from distance actually popped up.
Oh, so close.
Just damage.
Yeah,
He got
Zenith's
2
gonna take
tags.
the space on the site, though. He wants to try and make some sort of safer passage, but Nitro's still going to be dipping through, maybe having a little look from heaven. Does pick up 1. Steel's found Bone Cold. This is looking problematic as we're down to CNED, Zeke, Keyless. Zeke's doing well, but they still need to get control.
Oh, Ethan, gamer.
No, now he is, though, as his head gets ripped off.
Spike.
How does Nitro play this, though? This man, he wants to get aggressive. Zeke might have just felt that pressure. Maybe starting to consider it. Oh, Zeke! Huge shot to close out that half there.
We'll tie things up 6 apiece. Again,
Zeke's a little slippery to sneak into that left side on Cat right there. Or Tree, rather.
Sit back and allow that to happen, but the response, brilliant from Ascend. Actually,
Hey, at least you know they're closely matched, I guess, right?
The entirety of that round.
I guess we'll see in the second half. Maybe see what Ascend? What's their fucking name called? Ascend?
Lovely to see. And a couple of the people I want to see is the analyst desk.
Wait, is there no halftime break anymore?
A quick update on their
Oh
thoughts
shit!
on this
Oh wait, never mind. There it is. Okay.
Thank you very much, Pansy.
I'm gonna roll an ad.
In that final round of the half to even it up at 6-6. Ball, we asked for a close series, and so far,
I'm gonna roll an ad.
teams
Okay.
are delivering on just that. And given the closeness of the map so far, I'm just gonna throw the question out to the both of you, and I'll start on this side. Which side has impressed you more?
Yeah, it feels like the closest of the series. I'm looking at the scoreline. I'm like, well, and the game. I'm seeing 100 Thieves do so much better in my mind. I feel like they're in control of the game. But then I look at the scoreline, and I'm just
Selects Steel now to try and take contact. He does just that.
Holy shit, this is working so well. They dodged the dart on purpose. Steel at B took contact. It pulled them free sight.
On the site, the spike's been buried through.
Easy.
Careful. Did a good bit of chip damage on the way.
Now they gotta just hit their shots. Oh my god.
Two peaks as well. Starzo and Zeke go down. Nitro's right there. And now Acend and Killers desperately trying to hold on to this.
Okay, Steel went a little ham there. I don't know why he was looking for more, but whatever.
1v3, but look at the HP. It is low, but it doesn't matter.
Wow.
Nitro's got it.
Well done. Simple, clean, effective.
And I think this is something that leads into what Bola was talking about, right? And I was talking about 100 Thieves doing everything right in the early round of the defense, being proactive, that they're gathering that information and making, you know, very calculated decisions on the back of it, right? So from a macro standpoint, 100 Thieves did perfectly in the first half, but Acend able to thrive in that kind of unorthodox, you know, fast and loose, late sight hits coming through on the, you know, the 30-second kind of deathmatch executions onto sites. This here is a perfect example of I guess, the fundamental difference there. Right away, Steel is there the entire round. He gets no contact other than that initial peek. He comes through, he finds contact, and he pulls the entire rotation. It's just one player left.
Oh!
Bone cold.
Ethan's pissed.
Give him a sheriff, and every so often.
Little spark appears, doesn't it? This guy's good. Finding Ethan, big pickup for them. They'll be happy with that. Ethan, wonderful at instigating these rounds, setting plays into motion. Now without that Sky, I mean, they've still got Hiko. They'll be just fine. They've got everything they need. They start working towards A, sitting deep towards the back of the site. Will be bone cold again. No one that nearby. I guess Zeke can swim from short, but I think Bone Cold now starting to feel the pressure. Yeah, there it is. Bit of a read, but already listeners on the site. Bone Cold noted, needs a pixel out of place, can quite collect on that. He still finds it. Tina can't find it either. This is now looking not so ideal. Brunery's pretty light. They may not be pretty, but it's a frag nonetheless as Starzo and Killers, a classic. Well, and Marshall.
And whether or not they can find any more damage done. Actually,
imagine ACU wins this round.
ACU ain't winning. Will fall immediately. Now it's left to Keyless. Try and do something and nothing. Will come of it. 3 survive for 100 Thieves. A good opportunity here to force their way through. Again, Acend are not onto Bladestorm just yet, but you know, decent buffer at least.
Zeke bringing out the big gun, but yeah, coming in with the timeout. Interesting. This early as well. That's a very early one, considering we haven't had rifle rounds really yet.
Exactly, yeah.
Who was ACU?
You take away from those first.
The EU
yeah,
team.
Very interesting. Maybe just a mental conversation coming in. Maybe we'll chat through what to expect potentially coming into the
ACU right there.
Keeping players calm and focused. And on the other side, 100 Thieves just waiting it out.
Again, I mean, coming back to that discussion, you think about Ascend's ability to kind of handle 100 Thieves and being in that kind of much slower pace than what they're definitely used to. I mean, Acend used to be, one of the most proactive teams we had in EMEA in terms of defensive setups, little set pieces.
Yes.
Again, on the back of CNET, right? It's usually on the back of him. But again, this event, I think he's been sitting much deeper. Has been, particularly on their defensive performances, it's not really been this kind of aggressive mid pieces, you know, aggressively taking that territory in the early round and capitalizing it.
Yeah, and if they still feel he's doing a good enough job within that, not like maybe more refined role, a little bit more passive role, that's perfectly fine.
Our coach is allowed to talk during the actual round. I doubt it.
Waiting to see that superstar moment, but again,
I don't think so.
If you're playing to the
I think they can only talk during the timeout.
Line to that, fair enough. I take nothing away from it. So we'll see if that carries on going forward. It just takes that one round, one map, and we're like, ah, CNET's here. For now, he's still doing just fine, but I mean, the difference is definitely notable. And coming back in, the purchase, as we can see now, with what was remaining, is still with
so ACU's playing the util on Cat and holding a main.
Ascent on the other side.
That's good. That's solid triple B. It's actually pretty strong.
She's nearly catching a tag through, but Zeke will respond with the Odin.
The only hole, of course, is going through mid to spawn, but how often do people really go mid to spawn?
Now, utility's going to roll out. The Owl Drone going to clear up for Ascent here, and the utility gets pinged out. With the first, actually, Not even sure if it spotted Keyless and Bone Cold, but on the back of the Aldrone, looks like B is the call.
Wow.
Yeah, quick response
5
now
market.
from Acend. They need to kind of fall themselves into better positions to deal with this.
God, it's so
Using that
like
mid
what
space pretty
what
quickly as well.
Steel is calling is so simple, and I love it. Basically, they went cat, broke the cat util, pulled one guy from B, and then they just flew through. It didn't work, but it was simple. Sometimes you need a little simple in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Job of trying to do what he can with so little in hand, and shut down in the end by Starzo. What a round after that very quick fallback towards the deep side of sight.
And actually, it's key there. You saw Starzo just avoid dealing with the recon bolt, and I think that makes 100 Thieves think that it's only Zeke on site. As soon as they hear the Odin start ringing out, you can see here. I think actually he did deal with it. I thought he did, actually, so that's interesting. They were just unable to trade that. The spacing slightly off there from 100 Thieves, and Starzo goes huge, finds 4 on the round, and shuts that down. Again, minimal investments, just something to kind of pad out those SMGs. And he'll have all-out purchases. Steel actually on the operator here, so going to be lurking with that just outside.
Was J9 crying when G2 destroyed Sen?
To back him up.
I don't think anyone cared, I'll be honest.
Okay. Not happy with
Wasn't that just a seeding match?
Nitro just...
I don't think any I don't even think the teams themselves cared. Maybe they did, maybe a little bit.
Maybe just not expecting that angle to come out. It just didn't seem even a fight.
Slightly ahead of the Aldrone as well. Zeke was obviously pushing out to find it.
Seeing the leg as well, the spray.
Chat, you guys know how seeding matches. Oh yeah, baby, yeah.
That's two. Good trade
Bone
from Eco. That
cold.
could have been a disaster in the
nice.
making, but it's not just yet. Zeke and Starzo still stand.
He
but
gave them a
100
chance.
Thieves have the player numbers now.
A real
Res
chance.
comes out. They're back up to 3v3 here. But now they know where that res came from. Spike goes in. They can get this post plant situated. Nothing in heaven either. Big confirmation there.
No, Hiko going to tuck himself into Wine. He's got the Hunter's Fury. Seeker's available for Ethan as well, if things get a little scary for them. But a straight 3v3. Ascend need to find something on the way in here.
This is where it starts. Quick pop flash. Seekers, ooh, taking their time, but there they go. Ethan gonna work off the back of it as well, looking towards short, but it's the 2 towards heaven he's gonna be worried about. Gonna tuck himself in towards the site, but there's a player just walking that smoke, and it's gonna be Zeke. Does do well, but now Hiko and Nitro playing this out, and you're so right, the time has just dwindled away from them. Nitro puts his life on the line, that's just fine. CNED just about makes it out of there with his life, but the round will be 100 Thieves.
Yeah, it's just so much time.
Was Nick going for the... I think Nick was trying to find the op.
Ascend so hesitant to find something. You can see there exactly what I was talking about. The Aldrone actually on the right side, coming out on the wall, and seen it kind of drifting a little bit. I'm not sure if the plan was him to fully push with it, but no information found off it, and was just trying to creep out. There will be repurchase coming back through from Ascend, but it's 750 credits left overall. So they will be tapped out.
Ops haven't seen impact this entire game. It's kind of hard sometimes, man. Like, as easy as the op is, if the util and the movement of the enemy team is good, it's hard to find anything.
Ethan finding killers? Okay. Big trade for CNED. That's at least an answer back, and they can get proactive and maybe recover a rifle. Do something to get themselves a little bit more favor on this, because they're struggling here, and Nitro is pinned in mid. Big opportunity now. On the other side, Bone Cold just trying to play that timing right, but Nitro's 50 HP. But while this happens, look at the rest of the side, just swarming towards the side here. Nitro is keeping so much attention, buying so much time. 4 players trying to deal with him. It's just
Oh my
Nitro
god,
alone.
that's so...
Only gets caught up.
That's so
huge
shitty.
information and a huge tag. Eco from downtown just finds Starzo. And the post plants are so well established, so deep in the site now. Look at CNED, Bone Cold, and Zeke. They've got
Look at
such
this.
a long
This
way
is
to
a
go
shit
back in
show.
here.
There's no way they double clear this. Ethan and Acend have a disgusting setup here just outside window. CNED actually going to try and drift past it, but and they have to be aware of the possibility. CNED actually comes through. He finds the first. Ethan didn't respond. No way, CNED.
There he is. That's the magic you needed to come through, but he goes still.
He lag
stands.
out?
If he
What
stands,
happened?
there's a chance,
Yo,
but
check
not
the
right
PC.
now.
Tech
Bone
pause,
Cold
please. Tech pause.
comes in. Ethan caught
Ref.
in CNED. Where did
Ref.
that just come
Come on.
from?
I don't understand what just happened there. CNED seemingly comes up, gets the better
The red card
of
for
the
sure.
first challenge, and then
The second.
he's in mid-air, spinning around with a Phantom and kills Ethan. I love this play from Hiko though, but look at this.
Oh, even CNED's like, what is going on? He's just snapping his wrist to get around to that.
What the hell was that? The setup was perfect from 100 Thieves as well.
Yeah, the theory, how many times though have we talked about 100 Thieves and been like, look, the theory's always there. The theory is so good.
The scrappy rounds, the unorthodox rounds.
Yep.
And Acend squeezed that one through.
Oh, what a round to do it as well. 8-9 on the board, that'd be such a different story. But now the game's just getting closer. 8-9, the weaponry far more favorable, of course, here towards Acend. Just classics on one Sheriff, that's about it. But again, for Acend, you want to keep this clean. Let's talk through the protocols here. Keeping those weapons up, not losing out, build up those ults, try and get that ult economy looking healthy too.
Acend will pop a Blade Storm, they will clear wine. Looks like they're going to try and force their way through, actually. The Aldron should lead the way for Acend to dash onto site. Actually, one confirmation here. No lands just yet, though.
Okay, the classic does, but it's Zeke still just spamming away on this scene, Ed. There's the impact, there it is. That's all we want, little confidence boosters here and there, and you might start seeing the beast come alive.
Asuna is struggling a little bit, but it's okay, you know? It's okay. Just the warm-up map. You know, nobody cares about the first map ever. The first map doesn't matter. It's the second and third that matter, you know what I'm saying? First map's just warm-up.
Right,
what do we do differently then, guys?
The setup was good, but CNED somehow flew over my head and I just couldn't kill him.
It'd be interesting to see if 100 Thieves try and slow things down now. Be a bit more methodical. I mean, it doesn't look that way because everyone's stacked up outside B lobby right now. But
now,
a flash, nothing found.
Steel versus CNED is a really interesting concept of operas coming out.
There's no copium, that's the truth. First map's always warm-up. You guys don't know. You don't play.
I was going to say, I think they're going to stack up behind this lockdown. Zeke with the Hunter's Fury, he's a little bit away, actually. Still catch it, though.
Yep. Should be taken down. There it is. They still need to get going, though. They've created a small passage of access, but look at what they've got to drop down into. They better get the timing just right, because they're being brutalized here. Look at this. Kilos at the back of the side just softens them up.
Oh! 100 Thieves ain't winning this game.
Even Tommy, it's
and they're just not. It's not going to happen. 100 Thieves ain't winning this game. Let's go to map 2. Because you guys, it's just not going to happen. ACU is on fire right now. They're warmed up. You guys are not. That's okay. That's okay. NA just needs one map to warm up. Everyone knows that.
Acend hit double digits.
We aren't in the room anymore, but I can hear it starting to heat up out there. I can hear it. We've seen Acend. Their celebrations, even in their losses, have been relatively interesting. But I mean, now they're starting to pick up these rounds, find that momentum. And this from Killers is lovely. The pressure that he was under so quickly as well. That utility forcing the dash towards the site too. Cena just to close out at the very end. They just stop Hiko from finding any of that clutch potential.
I'd love to know actually if that utility was invested after the Cosmic Divide comes through, whether or not Bone Cold actually gets that gravity well down, because that was sick.
It was.
It forced Acend to make a desperation dash onto site, right? And then at that point, yes, Keyless comes up huge, but
it was all set up already.
Yeah.
Everything that led to that moment made it seem very favorable to him. He was given every chance possible. Now coming in here, you can see Josh there, Steel, having a chat through the boys, maybe just keeping a couple of considerations in mind.
And this man, CNED, he's come alive in the second half.
It's ACNED, not ACU. My freaking bad, okay?
Terrifying prospect.
Their team name's a little confusing. All right?
I don't think it's a secret that we
I'm
both
sorry.
watching him play when he's on an absolute tear. I think everyone does who's just a fan of Valorant. So it's like, if we start getting dashes of that, game changes. But 10-9, it's still close. But the thing is, the money here, they can't get much, right? You're buying down to a safe amount because you want to get that purchase in the following round, but then you've really got very little room for error.
It's at this point where the economy becomes very delicate. So that's why we see only a Guardian in terms of weaponry, but pistols elsewhere for 100 Thieves. Seen it actually. A little bit of an adjustment again. Keyless has been the one to hold down, but now with the momentum for Acend, expect him to just be rotating. He can somewhere different every single round. Again, that.
I wonder if you can spam that door with an op.
One outside.
Looks like you can.
He's going to commit to this. It's a good read because they know pressure's going to come in off short as well.
Exactly.
Very nice read to post up on that. He hit the shot. He looks silly, but jeez, Nitro just about getting away with his life there. 8 HP. But look at what they've got to work with. It's few and far between. It's little odds and ends, and Acend make it to 11 flawlessly as well.
Out of charges.
Now everything rides on this purchase here.
This is what the timeout was for.
Yeah. Acend on the brink of reaching map point here on Ascent. Let's see here. And again, the Aldron just confirming this straight away. He knows he can push through, again, take a 1v1, but that's the confidence factor, right, for CNED. And they know. They've got 2 players in position to...
Ethan's throwing. He was baiting out the Opera. He was trying to keep him there. And then the Opera took a step forward.
These can get
I don't know if you noticed, but they were trying to fly at Cat.
Towards A main. Again, probably going to trade out the Trailblazer and the Aldron once again, but I don't think this time was
an
three.
eco.
They're going to try and explore mid a little bit for the first time, actually. Still on one of their buy rounds.
They were just trying to. They were trying something. Oh my god, I love this. Look at this. Look at the confidence on this guy.
This is massive.
Holy shit.
Check this. I mean, that could have been still far deeper. CNED finds a Nathan. That's a big
Oh.
and on the other side of the map, they still got so much more to kind of work through. Acend is just going to walk on in. Okay, Starzo having to respect this a little, fall back towards the side. The chip damage is coming through, but the running...
Owning! They are on fucking fire right now.
And then follow
It's CNED.
for Nitro, a little late, but a little late in the day, but now there's problems. Bone Cold, he's on
he hit
He's
him.
got 2 players coming his way. Steals there, jumps in, life on the line for Bone Cold. He's buying time and he's getting...
Eco, life alert.
Eco can't make it happen. And CNED, out of nowhere, is finding the form that terrifies most.
He just came flying in with an Operator there to find the trade.
That's the CNED we want to be seeing, though. There's that fire, there's that spark that's been missing up until this point.
That was absolutely insane. Again, Bone Cold just, I think hearing that Operator, he's like, okay, I'm going to post. I'm going to make... What is that? What is that?
Yeah, give it a
that
smile.
Yeah.
Give it a smile.
Oh my word. Acend on map point here, Lauren. 100 Thieves have to find an answer now to keep this... Possible, exactly, yeah. Again, look at the purchase, though. 2 SMGs. Guardian in the hands of Steel. Hunter Fury and Seekers available. And potential for Ascend to get the Blade Storm online. But again, on the side of Ascend, we've got some ultimates available as well. Now again, CNED posts up. Ascend can lean away. Can actually be in position to greet this mid push as well. A little bit of a fake actually with Ascend smoke.
All good.
Doesn't even clear the utility of killers either, so this is interesting here. 100 Thieves actually freezing, waiting for Ascend to give something away. No turret here either.
That was dealt with. CNED does get the contact, but not much more off it. Seeker's coming through, and that's all the way over towards A. So that's a big misdirection. Starzo not going to hit that rotation. He's got... he knows where people are. He doesn't need to hit that rotation.
There's no way they win this.
Starzo can still play behind this wall. None of those early gambits that 100 Thieves were looking for have really paid off yet. There's the clear and there's the kill. Nitro goes down, LS problems, 20 seconds. They are running out of time here for 100 Thieves. Acend has to make a play, make something happen, but it's Killers with the double, the triple for Killers.
Clean.
And CNED shuts it down. A pro gaming flawless to close out map 1. We have finally seen it all line up in the end there.
There's always next map, right, guys?
And cold. It's not been a secret. CNED